So here we are, coming to see a wonderful woman who is my inspiration. The very first time I saw a woman out wearing hair. Hi! So wonderful to see you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you. Got my wigs out upstairs. All the ones I've ever bought or accumulated or been given. And it's been actually really quite hilarious to get them all out this morning. I'm very happy to meet you and to have this opportunity to talk to you, because I also am in desperate need of purchasing something that isn't just 20 quid, 30 quid.
Oh, I see.
That I can wear for, because I really only wear now wigs when I want to go out and bring the glamour.
Yeah.
Or I'm performing. So I'm a compere. And when I perform on stage, I have to go into my other persona kind of thing. And so my hair helps me do that.
Well, I tell you what, while you're making us a drink,
yeah,
we can talk about what your hair is at the moment.
Yeah.
So I want to just make you aware of the first time I ever saw you and
Please.
Why I'm actually here today.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, so in 2016, I went to a restaurant in this town with two of my good friends. You walked in, but you were behind me, and you went directly to the table behind me. I think you had some older children with you and a husband. Mm. And all I saw was the back of you and a little bit of the side of you. You had beautiful clothes on, and you had this long, red, slightly wavy hair. Mm. I think you had a hat on. I seem to think it was a beret.
Right, yeah.
I looked at you, and I had a sudden epiphany. It was like a bolt of lightning just struck me, and this light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, why am I wasting my time looking like this when I could be looking like that?
Oh my God.
That's exactly what I thought.
I just can't.
I looked around the restaurant. Everybody was very well dressed. It was very nice, but nobody had that X factor that I saw presented in you that day.
Yeah. That is, I mean, that's amazing for me. That's just so funny. And also you don't realise that as you walk around how other people perceive you, and I was probably having a really bad hair day. So, because 2016 I started really wearing wigs in 2012 because of chemo, and thought, right, I'm going to go for this. I'm really going to go for it. And had a lot of fun with it, and it made the whole experience of that so much more enjoyable and fun and just lighter. But by 2016, obviously my hair had grown back to a point, but I was still wanting to, I'd get dressed and I would put these clothes on and I'd think, right, I look great, I've done my makeup, I feel great, but it's all okay. But then my hair would let me down. So I'd get dolled up, I'd think, right, okay, I'm really going to go for it. I'll put all my favourite things on and make myself feel really lovely. And then it would just be like, oh, it's like not topped off properly. And the whole look would then be a bit,
Yes. And did you have problems with your hair before the problems with chemo?
So I have never really had amazing hair. You know, a lot of people's experiences, oh, my hair was fantastic, and then, but really, when I look back, I had a lot of it, but I always had it much thinner around here, the classic.
That's the problem that I've got.
Right, okay. So I always had a bit of a feeling, I always didn't really like the way the front of my head looked. But then when I lost it all, that gave me the opportunity then to just go, oh my God, right, I've got full reign And it was almost like somebody, because I think before then I was thinking if I wear a wig, people might think it's a bit silly.
Yeah.
And go, well, why are you wearing a wig? You've got hair. You know, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, and then, but so when I lost it and I had to wear something, well, I mean, I didn't have to, but I felt like I wanted to. Then I just thought, well, I'm just going to really come and go for it. But
did you find a pleasant surprise when you put those wigs on that you weren't anticipating as to what they could do?
I couldn't quite believe the confidence I had, and I felt, even though I didn't feel very well at the time, I felt so much more powerful and feminine, and, you know, I understand that might be a bit challenging for some people to go, well, your hair does not make a woman, you know, that's not what defines you. And I know that, I'm very aware of that. But for me, it just felt incredible to put hair on that had come through the post and then just feel really good and feel like I could go out and see my friends and have people over and really be me. And so I've never been in love with my hair, although when I was younger I did have quite thick hair, but as I got older this bit at the front was starting to go. And now that my hair's grown back, it's never really grown back very well, and it's probably menopause, probably all sorts of things.
Lots of factors.
But I have, it's not terrible, it is quite terrible actually. Some day, I'm looking at myself in there, oh dear. Some days, I mean, if I take that off,
Thank you.
I always wear these. Well, I don't always, because I try and get the air to it as much as possible. But the front of my hair, I mean, you can see right through it. It's not attractive. I'm not in love with that at all. So if I'm sort of really wanting to vavoom it, because that's my kind of look, I suppose, when I'm really dressed up, particularly if I'm on stage, this is not going to cut it. You know, it's like, who? What, she's going to be doing the show? No. So I have to put something on, like a hat, I suppose. So my signature, I'll show you my wigs upstairs,
Yeah,
but my absolute favourite, I went through lots of different ones and tried different ones on. Some have lovely stories attached to them. Like my children. And then I found my look, my signature wig, which is probably the one you saw me in, yes. Which is sort of a reddy, Albany ginger. And the style and the colour was just absolutely it. Also, there is so much choice of the actual proper wigs, and I look them up every now and again in different websites where you can invest in wigs that are obviously beautifully made.
Oh yeah.
But I just get confused with the colours and the shapes, and if I buy that one, will it suit me? Will it not? Can you send it back? And then I just kind of...
Yeah, you can fall off that horse pretty quickly, can't you?
Yeah. So this is, I think I'd love some advice for that.
Well,
in fact, I tell you what it was. When I saw the one, it was called Christina Hendricks.
Okay.
Do you know her? She's an actress, and she was in Mad Men, and she's very vavoom.
Oh, okay.
And her character in Mad Men is, I've never watched the whole series actually, there's too many of them, but just her look was amazing, and it's got that big, slightly 60s, 70s glamazon type thing that I like to put on.
Is it sort of like an alter ego?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So when it comes to your Sophia Loren's, your Raquel Welch's, your even like going into people like Debbie Harris, people, strong, beautiful women, but that big hair, swingy waves, something that I never had the big hair, apart from when I used to blow dry it to buggery in the 80s all the time.
What I'm trying to get at actually is, what is it that attracts you about that archetype that you're describing? You describe different variations of that powerful, sexy, devastatingly sexy woman. Okay, and sometimes she's a redhead, sometimes she's a blonde, you know, artists and musicians write songs about this character and all of this sort of thing. And you obviously went for the redhead look. Now, did it? You're telling me that it gave you a lot of confidence, etc. Did it affect you in your relationship with your other half?
Wearing a wig?
Yeah.
He loves it. I mean, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Were you worried about it at first?
No, he was always extremely encouraging when it came to that whole, for want of a better word, journey was obviously full of, hate that one, was full of all sorts of ups and downs, obviously. But when it came to reclaiming my confidence and feeling really good about myself, he was like, absolutely, go for it. And the red one he really loved. I really loved it. She became our friend. It was like, this is me now. And I think, and he really, really appreciated the fact that I was feeling good about myself. That colour particularly as well, really, to be honest, very simply, is that it really suited me when I put it on. And I tried so many different wigs on, browns, blondes, darks, and yes, they look great, but that colour just made my eyes pop and my skin tone just really go whoop. And I was like, bloody hell. And everyone has said, well, why don't you just dye your hair that colour? And I'm like, it's not as simple as that. As you know how you feel and how it affects you, looking at your reflection and knowing where you put your hair up and where it's thinning at the back, or you, and it makes you just feel really yuck and just not quite finished off.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's cut out the drinks and shall we go upstairs and meet the girls?
Oh my God, let's meet the girls. Let's meet the girls. It's quite I had them squirreled away everywhere. So come on in.
Have you got all of them out now? Oh, wow.
There we go. Lots of reds. Yeah, my reds are...
Okay, so we're still rolling. Okay, so which one was the first one that you bought? I tell you what, I'm going to sit here if I may. And may I
do.
Just
oh gosh, yes,
move them
respectfully,
out of the way?
yes, absolutely. This is the first one. This was Camden Market, well, Camden High Street actually, in the 90s. That was the first one.
Do you mind if I try it on?
Please. So it was that kind of classic bob. Yeah, and I'd go out clubbing in that.
And so you should.
And then believe it or not, this was my first one after losing my hair. During chemo, I wore this one.
Heavens, bright red.
Bright red. And this was a very reasonably priced wig. It's called the Rihanna. And this is from Annabelle's Wigs.
Yes.
She's losing a bit, the back.
Oh no, she's not experiencing hair loss as well.
She is now, I think. This one I wore and wore and wore. And I'd wear that to my chemo appointments. I'd wear it out.
What would they say about it?
They absolutely loved it. The ladies loved it. I mean, you can see
incredible.
It's so great. I mean, she's still got great shape actually. Very bouffant, very bouncy, very
Amazing.
Jessica Rabbit.
Amazing. Now, now let's talk about the signature style.
Yeah.
The one that you found was really you.
Okay, so these are the last two remnants of my Christina Hendricks classic wig. This one I had cut, but this one is more like the length.
Okay.
This has gone up a little bit.
Would you mind
actually
putting this on? Because it's actually significant for my psychological development.
I mean, I just, you can sort of fiddle with it. You can make it, I think because it's a bit, I always mattify them down anyway with a bit of dry shampoo. And then you can kind of get them to look a bit, tousled, which is my favourite.
Turn around and look at me.
But this colour.
Stunning. You are the muse that I saw that night.
God!
That changed my life. You
That's
changed
so
my life because I suddenly realised that you can bring drama and excitement into the everyday and life will be transformed. And it was amazing.
You've nailed that.
Yeah.
That's a very well put together sentence, may I say. Well done.
Thank you.
That's what I was struggling to say downstairs. I think, yeah, absolutely. You can. I mean, I put this on now. I feel different. My shoulders go back. I feel a bit more like I can say things with confidence. I can be, and it's not being someone else, okay? It's not like changing your personality. It's just feeling like the best of you comes out. And I feel calm, I don't know, I can't explain it. Unless you have an issue with your own hair that makes you feel a bit shit, you just can't explain it to people. But the feeling of putting this on, I don't know whether I just feel different. And I feel still myself, but I just feel able. And yes, come on, let's have it. So yeah.
Would you like to try I hate the word wig, I always call them styles.
Styles.
Would you like to try a style that's got a lace front?
Yes.
And a monofilament top?
Because this is a whole world of glory that I think will change my life.
We're not over the top here at all, are we?
No.
Turn it off. Right, so yesterday I got a lovely Gabor. Have you ever heard of the mate Gabor?
Gabor, it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds like
Only
Gabor.
if you say it
Zsa
like
Gabor.
That's right, you know.
Yeah,
maybe it
that
is
must.
Zsa
Well, I would
Zsa.
imagine it would be after glorious creatures.
So this,
Yeah.
is it in shot? Yeah, this has got monofilament. You can see this lace, which
Okay.
in essence disappears when it's against the skin.
Right.
So would you like to line up the ear tabs and put it on and see what we can see?
Okay, guys, this is very exciting. And this is the front.
Yeah.
Absolutely parting bang on.
Oh no, so the parting is to one side.
Oh.
And so long as these are lined up just above
With my
your
ears. Okay, I've got you.
Perfect, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not red. Yeah. So
No.
because of the lace front, then you line it up really nicely with your hair. But do you see the effect?
God.
Do you see that?
Hello. Hi.
And you
Hello.
look delightful.
Oh my God.
This one's called Radiant Beauty.
Well, of course. Now this immediately feels completely different.
Yes, it's different.
It's light. It feels.
It's lighter,
It's
is it?
so much lighter.
Yeah.
Because I mean, those cheaper ones they get really uncomfortable and headachy and hot.
Yeah.
Hot. Especially when I'm on stage. Blinking heck, and you can do all sorts of. So this front.
So technically, of course, you can put it away from the face. Look.
God, that's mad. Yeah, because that's why I always buy fringy ones, because I like a fringe.
So you can.
But this is quite nice to see the old face.
You can take some of your hair, okay, and actually clip it back.
Oh my God, you can do things with it.
You can do things with it exactly as it would be your own hair. I chose this one because it's my first proper curly one. I've got some beach waves and I've got a lighter shade. I'll get it for you.
This is a revelation. Oh my God. How much are these? How much are they?
This one is like about 100 and something.
So, right.
So a big difference between 20 quid and 200 quid.
But when you think about how many 29.99s actually that I've been spending on Christina Hendricks, I've bought about 8.
Yes.
So how many?
It's an investment.
It's an investment. So, God, it feels really, and it obviously in the hair feels like hair. rather than nylon, which, God, why haven't I done this before? But I've never really had the opportunity, I suppose.
But there's a big difference, isn't there? This sort of style comparing, this sort of wig quality. And instead of sitting here with my scalp on show, I'm going to put this on.
Pop one
if
on.
I may. Oh, look, it's got a fringe, my favourite.
Pop it on. Is this one of yours or one of mine?
This is yours.
Oh, didn't even know I had that one.
Why would I, you know, pass up an opportunity
So
to try something new?
this is a human hair one.
Oh my heavens.
That I've never worn.
Why?
Because when I put that on, it just makes me look...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It doesn't do it for me. I need height and I need colour, I think.
adore this. Adore!
Okay.
All right, so it's the same construction. This is the same construction.
Again, I mean, look at that. That looks like someone's hair.
Yeah.
Oh, hello! My God, it's me in
Lovely.
1987.
You're gorgeous.
So, because I was blonde for yonks, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can
Okay.
see. This is so funny. Oh my God. This is me as a blonde, everyone.
Yes, and you're beautiful. You're blonde and beautiful.
Oh God. Oh my God. Maybe blonde.
So
Maybe
you,
blonde's coming back into my life.
darling.
You know, for my 53rd year.
Oh, God.
Right.
Okay.
So, well, this is. I'm loving the blonde. I'm
Yes.
really liking the blonde.
Now this is what's called a rooted colour. I noticed that yours don't have roots.
No, I like it.
So not only does it have this monofilament parting, which, you know, the idea is, yes, you have got a scalp under there.
Yeah.
And it's got the lace front. But what they've done is that they've put the light coloured fibres at the front, so to make that lace front disappear even more.
This is genius technology.
Isn't it? Men have actually done something good.
Yeah. Do you know? I love the root. That's giving. That's sort of satisfying my
see?
Debbie Harry
Yes.
vibes. That. I mean, that kind of hair, edgy, more sort of edgy, mad. I really like that. I'm quite loving myself. Hi. I'm quite liking myself in this one.
So we're going to try.
When you could do it really sidey.
You could.
No.
Well, you could.
But you see, this is what's amazing about wigs, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can have your you can just literally move your parting around and fiddle with it.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is yummy.
Yeah. I'm loving it.
I mean, I really like the other one, but I think this one is.
It's got its own charm.
Yeah,
Now,
they
why
all
don't
do.
you-
We're
This,
sort of in love with all of them, really, aren't
well,
we?
this is the This is part of our problem.
Yeah, we just want them all.
I've got now. This is totally different to everything we've been trying on. So
Oh my God.
it's not red, unfortunately. I wish it was,
No,
but
don't worry.
it's blonde. But the style is very different. So let's see what it does for you.
Oh. Why? Okay.
So have you got those ear tabs lined up nicely?
I
Are they
don't know,
balanced
have
on
I?
both sides?
They're here.
Okay, good.
I'm starting to lose my
Yes.
actual stuff around here. Blimey. Now I immediately
So
feel
let's just get the comb. Where's the comb? You might not like it, you know, which is allowed.
I feel like I now need to be in a play or some sort of character. This doesn't feel me,
Yeah.
but it's great fun. Let me put my glasses on, which is going to be even more hilarious for everyone. Well, hello there. I think my name is. It's quite. No, I think this makes me look older.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But it's still got a touch of glamour into it. Look into the camera.
Hello.
Yes. It's got still a touch of glamour about it. There's no denying.
There's
the
no
fact.
denying that. I love. In fact, the shape is. It's genius. The shape, because this is. I mean, how. I mean, to do that on your actual hair would take you hours, and it does feel very. If it was, I don't know.
it's a different one. You know, it's some people look for amazing and stuff like this, and it's just not what, you know, when you put something new on, it takes you time to get used to it.
Yeah, I could have a play about with that. It's quite a strong look, that.
It is, but I don't sense the excitement coming from you.
No.
That, for example, Radiant Beauty gave.
Yeah, that's definitely my fave rave.
Yes.
So far. Yeah, I feel a bit like yeah.
Can we try one more?
Yes, please.
Which you might not like. Okay, this is a straight bob with a long root.
Unless you've got some really fantastic straighteners. Oh, hello. Is that on the side?
So,
oh.
You take care of the air tabs for me, and then I will edge it up a little to meet your hairline. It's always a little bit higher than you expect it to be, you know?
Oh my God. I immediately feel terribly elegant.
You just look great in that. And what I love about a root and a long root
gone like that.
is that if you have got a little bit of an olive toned skin and you're a natural brunette, it allows you to be that but still introduce the blonde.
It's posh spice.
It bloomin' is. I'm getting massive Victoria Beckham vibes.
Oh yes!
So I have to do that every now and again. Ladies, just get some tape. Anyway, this is amazing. Now, again,
it's slightly A-line.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Very
one of those
elegant.
incredible Vidal Sassoon cuts. Again, I kind of want to lift it up to be more 60s, but
Yeah, this is a very sleek number for sure.
This is. Do you wear this one quite? Do you like this one? Is this one of your favourites?
I have to be in the right mood.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of going through a curly phase at the moment.
Yeah.
But you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be getting a red. But may I make a very special request with all due reverence?
Please.
May I try on the girl herself?
I would absolutely not let you go without doing that. So, okay, there we go. So, I mean, see, and you can fiddle about with it.
Do you know something?
You look amazing in that colour!
Not as good as you look. Come on, let's just call a spade, but...
No, I'm loving you in that colour.
Well, I don't know. I think this might be a little bit too orange for my green complexion.
Green?
Yeah, you know, the
I know
olive
what you're saying,
skin.
Yeah.
There might be a bit too much orange.
Because I'm so pale.
Yes, but it
blue
suits
eyes.
you beautifully.
But I'm so glad that you're putting that on. This is a moment.
It is a moment.
It's a moment. Oh my God.
No.
Oh, do you know what? This is such fun. So much fun.
I know.
I love you in that, especially with the green. See, that's actually very Christina Hendricks is what you're doing there. She teams her red hair with the green very well.
Look, before we call it a day, I think what I've learnt today is that you can go quite deep and far into the fantasy realm. Yes, absolutely. You can. And that's something that I want to explore. You know, I've been very preoccupied with having something that's very close to my own hair, okay?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be that way. It's just a matter of finding that right colour.
Yeah, absolutely. I've loved it. Absolutely loved it. And thank you for your amazing advice.
Really? Let's finish on a bang. Put this one back on and say goodbye to the viewers.
Come on then, my lovely girl. Long have I loved you. And you've still got it. Even though you've been around the block a few times. But yeah. There we go.
Beautiful.
It's been lovely to have you. And lovely to chat.
So until next time, ladies, hope you enjoyed the latest from Life and Hair.